What are you looking for in a new smart TV? 4K picture quality? High quality and immersive sound? A sleek design? All of those are givens, but only the new Roku Pro Series has all of those and the Roku streaming experience, an award-winning OS. Get fast, easy access to all your apps like iHeart, where you can stream all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all day, and regular all-inclusive trips to Roku City. The new Roku Pro Series, a smart TV built by the streaming pros.
We've all done it. You see a headline but don't have time to read the whole story, or there's so much news you're not sure what is worth your time. I'm Colby Ekowitz, co-host of Post Reports, the weekday afternoon podcast from The Washington Post. Post Reports brings you what's relevant and revealing. Breaking stories, politics, wellness, culture. Each episode goes beyond a headline for the context you need. Find Post Reports now, wherever you're listening.
I'm Rodney Williams.
And I'm Travis Holloway. Welcome to the Wealth Break Podcast, a real conversation about finance.
Let's be honest, building wealth doesn't look the same for everyone.
I feel like sometimes being broke is a cycle and that we might have to revisit that.
And we're not stopping at success stories.
What happens when it doesn't go right? How do you cope with it?
Because wealth isn't just about money. It's about creating a life where you thrive and help others do the same.
Listen to the Wealth Break Podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
Wake your ass up, fool. John J. and Rich. What's crackin'-lackin'? This is the big boss dog, Snoopy Deagle Double Jizzle. Bang, boom, what you gonna do? John J. and Rich. We're not talking about Ren 1010. We're not talking about Lassie. It's the one and only dog, y'all. The classy, sassy, big Snoop Deagle Double Jizzle. In your face to be and in the place to be. And you're listening to John J. and Rich. Wake your ass up.
John J. and Rich. It's Monday, February 24th. Sitting across me, Rich Barra.
Yo.
Sitting to my right, Kyle Unfug. And back from Europe, Payton Whitmore.
Payton's back! Yay!
We missed you, Payton.
I missed you guys too. It feels good. I feel comfortable.
So let's get into this emergency vacation you took.
It was kind of an emergency vacation. It was a vacation that I found out about like 3 months prior, maybe, but also like 3 weeks prior, kind of something like that. So actually it was a really, really cool opportunity that I got to go to Europe. I flew into Amsterdam and then drove to Belgium. I signed my family up to be on a game show, and we got picked and chosen to go. So about 3 weeks ago, we got an email saying, hi, your flights are booked. You guys are going to Amsterdam to film this show. The show's called The Quiz with Balls, and it's basically like Jeopardy and Family Feud and Wipeout all mixed together.
Wild.
Yeah,
so amazing.
Is it a Belgium show?
Well, it was originally a Belgian show, and then they Americanized it. So Jay Farrow's the host of the show. You can go and watch like last season on Hulu, but it was seriously once in a lifetime opportunity and an experience. Like I went with my mom, my dad, my little brother Jalen, and my sister Dominique. So
I've watched a couple of episodes of that game show, and just to give you an idea, and I can't wait to see Peyton's family.
I know.
Peyton's family is absolutely a home run for this show. Like the Ask You Trivia question, right? One of the things, the Ask You Trivia question, let's say you're in front of a pool that has like a 20-foot drop.
Yeah.
And they ask you the question, if you get it wrong, without knowing, a ball drops and comes all the way, a big boulder, like mushy ball, and bam, hits you from behind and knocks you into the pool if you get it wrong, right? That's one of the things that happen on the show, right?
That's exactly right.
So it's going to be a blast when this show airs. And when do you have an air date?
We have no idea when the episode's going to air, so it'll be, I think in the summer, maybe? I don't know. We'll see, though. I'll let you guys know, but it was pretty cool. It was a really amazing experience.
Was it taped in Amsterdam or in Belgium?
It was taped in Belgium.
Okay.
When you find out, we got to have a watch party somewhere.
I know.
Oh, we already have that planned. Yeah, you know my family. You know, we all like attention sometimes. So we're like, everybody come together and watch us on this TV show.
What's the name of the show again?
The show's called The Quiz with Balls.
The Quiz with Balls.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you flew to Amsterdam, and Europe is so small, right? So like just driving to Belgium, driving to another country is like a piece of cake. It's not like a 20-minute drive or something?
It was like an hour and a half drive, yeah.
So you landed in Amsterdam. You couldn't fly into Belgium?
I don't think we could because we flew into Antwerp, so I don't think there's like an airport over there. Maybe. I don't know.
You drove to Antwerp?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we drove to Antwerp, Belgium, and then the second day we were there, we actually had an Uber driver from the first night we were there, and he offered to be like our tour guide for the next day, so he actually drove us from Belgium back to Amsterdam, and then we did the day in Amsterdam, came back to Belgium, and then the third day we filmed the game show.
So the game show was one day of filming?
One day of filming. It was like a 14-hour day, no phones.
So the highlight would be Amsterdam, outside of the game?
Outside of the game would be Amsterdam. It was so fun. We did the Heineken beer tour, which I was all over.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did like a canal tour.
that sounds cool.
We went to like this little, like, I guess it was like a little farmland kind of thing where you got to see all the windmills and
the wooden shoes.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
that's
wooden
cool.
shoes, how they make the
love that.
cheese and all that stuff. And then, we like did like a 5D flight simulator over like Holland, over Amsterdam. So that was cool too.
Did you go to Anne Frank's house?
We didn't go to Anne Frank's house. We didn't have enough time.
Did you go to the Rijks Museum and see Rembrandt's?
No. We didn't get to do all like the touristy stuff, so.
Did you go to a smoke shop?
We did.
Well, that's the touristy stuff.
That was actually really cool. After we did the Heineken tour, there was like a little cafe where you could go in and it's like a dispensary and then you buy like this, like your weed, and then you go into a cafe and you roll up your joint and you enjoy your coffee and your joint.
Yeah, that's been
Which
like
was
that for
pretty
like
awesome.
30 years. It's so crazy because the United States kind of like just caught on kind of to that stuff. But I
Yeah.
remember all my friends going down there and always going to the they're called something like coffee shops or something
Yeah,
simple.
something like that. It's like one side's a coffee shop and then the other side's like a dispensary and it comes together.
So you did that and got totally high.
Yeah, it was
and then
awesome.
where'd you go after you were high?
We went on the canal tour, so that was a trip.
Literally.
Yeah. But it was a really awesome experience, especially just to do that with my family as like adults.
Oh, 100%.
Any big fights?
Not any really big fights. There was one little issue I got into it with my sister about, and it was the rooming situation because I signed us all up for this game show. I was kind of the point contact for the people in Europe and the producers, and for the 5 of us, we only had 3 rooms. And so I felt like because I put all the work in, I should get my own room. My sister didn't agree with that. She feels like because she's the oldest and she has 3 kids, that means that she gets her own room. And I disagree with that. I don't care.
So what happened?
I ended up giving her the room because I'm a good person.
Why couldn't you and her share a room?
Because no, that wouldn't work.
Then you would fight.
Then we would
So then
definitely not get along.
your brother and you shared a room?
Me and my brother Jalen shared a room. Yeah.
So what did you think about the Dutch tradition? Because I'm half Mexican, half Dutch. I grew up in Mexico most of my whole life, but I did go to Holland twice. What did you think of the culture there and the sayings there and the food there?
Well, the food, I really didn't eat much. I'm kind of a picky eater, not going to lie. So I struggled. We went to McDonald's twice.
You're a full-on American, man.
Yeah. But I can say I love the Dutch. Like, love the Dutch. They're very, like, straightforward and kind of blunt and kind of have RBF. But when you talk to them, they're, like, so nice and so kind.
What's RBF?
Also, they're really tall.
Resting bee face.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, when you walk by them, like, if you smile, they don't smile back. Or if, like, you wave, they don't wave back.
That must be the Dutch side of me.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. But when you talk to them, though, they're so social and they were so awesome and so nice. And I learned this word. It's called lekker. Mm-hmm. And, like, that's so lekker. Like, that's so cool. Kyle, you're lekker.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Yeah, girl. Lekker. Like, I love it. And I hope it comes to the States. I love that saying.
When I was a kid, my dad would say, it was a tradition, after you had good food, you take your hand and you put it by your ear and you wave it and you go, lekker.
Mm-hmm.
Did people do that?
I didn't notice that.
Lekker. It pretty much meant like delicious.
Yeah.
Kyle, you're delicious.
Thanks.
I saw it more so with, like, the fashion. Like, they'd be like, oh, your outfit's lekker.
It must, I mean,
Well,
I'm telling you from a man who's 66 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the way
The
he
word
grew
has
up.
morphed
Yeah.
and changed.
Yeah.
A delicious outfit's good, though, right? That works kind of.
Yeah, of course. And also, like, the shopping in Europe is just so much better out there. Everybody's so fashionable and just
Right.
I love them. I want to go back.
Did you eat any Dutch cheese? You didn't do the Dutch cheese thing?
Of course I ate Dutch
okay,
cheese.
good.
I love cheese.
Good. I love cheese too. Well, good. Well, we're glad you're back, Payton Whitmore. Very glad you're back.
What are you looking for in a new smart TV? 4K picture quality, high quality and immersive sound, a sleek design? All of those are givens, but only the new Roku Pro series has all of those and the Roku streaming experience, an award-winning OS. Get fast, easy access to all your apps like iHeart, where you can stream all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all day, and regular all-inclusive trips to Roku City. The new Roku Pro series, a smart TV built by the streaming pros.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include a lot more people than ourselves. Loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, we help plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because even though our business is helping guide your finances, our ambition is to make it mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
There's an efficient way to get caught up on a lot of news. It's called The 7 from The Washington Post. It's a newsletter and podcast. Whether you're reading or hit play, you get 7 stories you need to know, and you can consume it all in just a few minutes. The 7 is out every weekday morning by 7 a.m. Eastern. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'm one of the writers, and I host the show. Find The 7 podcast wherever you're listening. The newsletter link is waiting for you in the show notes.